All right, so you're prepping for coding interviews.
Yeah.
And not just any interviews.
Right.
You're aiming for the top tech companies. Those,
The big ones.
uh, I'm just going to say it, the FAANG companies.
Okay.
Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google.
Mm-hmm.
Those interviews, they have a bit of a reputation, right?
Yeah.
You've probably heard stories. And let's be real, the pressure is on.
For sure.
Don't worry, though. We've got you covered.
Absolutely.
We're diving into this awesome article.
Oh, this is a good one.
Building confidence.
Yeah.
Overcoming interview anxiety for coding jobs.
Love the title.
And let me tell you, it is chock full of insights to help you nail those interviews.
I think one of the most interesting things about this article is that it really cuts to the chase. You know, it starts by talking about anxiety.
Right.
Just acknowledging that it's totally normal to feel those pre-interview jitters.
I mean, we all do, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Like that fear of the unknown.
Fear of the unknown.
The pressure to perform. Maybe even some imposter syndrome.
Oh, yeah,
And
definitely.
you know, that feeling like
I mean, you're not as good as they think you are.
you're a fraud, yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think we've all been there at some point, you know?
Absolutely.
Like I remember before my first big tech interview,
Uh-huh.
I was convinced they were going to figure out I was a total phony.
Totally. But here's the thing.
Okay.
Understanding where that anxiety comes from
Right.
is the first step to actually managing it.
Oh, okay.
So
Interesting.
like knowing your opponent in a game, right? Once you understand the triggers,
Yeah.
you can start to develop strategies to overcome them.
Okay, so let's talk strategies.
Let's do it.
The article, I feel like it really hammers home the importance of preparation.
Oh, for sure.
And not just in the like cram all the algorithms kind of sense.
Right.
It's about really mastering those fundamentals.
Yeah, those building blocks of coding.
Data structures, algorithms, and practicing consistently.
Absolutely. Got to keep those skills sharp.
And they even mentioned, they shout out AlgoCademy in here,
Oh, I love AlgoCademy.
which, by the way, is amazing for honing your skills.
It is. It really is.
You get to solve those real coding problems.
Yeah, real world stuff.
And they have these detailed explanations that help you understand.
Not just the what, but the why.
Yeah, exactly. Like the why behind the solution, not just the what.
Yeah, that's so key.
It even helps you get comfortable with things like big O notation,
Oh, that's a good one.
which, you know, that basically tells you how efficient your code is.
Right, right.
And let's not forget about mock interviews.
Oh, those are so important.
They're like dress rehearsals for the real deal.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
get to practice.
Practice makes perfect, as they say.
It's like building a house, right?
Okay, I like that.
You need that strong
You
foundation.
take that solid base.
That's what solid prep gives you.
Mm-hmm.
But the article doesn't stop there.
Yeah.
It emphasizes the importance of a growth mindset,
Oh, this is a good one.
which is all about, you know, seeing challenges
As opportunities
Yeah.
to learn and grow,
instead of getting discouraged by those setbacks, right?
yeah, you view them as stepping stones.
Like feedback.
Exactly. Feedback to help you get better.
This really resonates with me.
I feel that.
It's so easy to get caught up in that I need to be perfect mentality.
Especially when you're aiming for those top tier companies.
Right.
But the truth is,
Yeah.
everyone makes mistakes. Even seasoned coders.
Even the best of us.
Right. It's how you learn and bounce back from those mistakes.
That really matters.
That's the key.
Yeah.
And that growth mindset, it's not just for interviews.
Right.
It's a valuable skill for your entire career as a coder.
Oh, absolutely.
The tech world is constantly evolving.
Right.
And being able to adapt and learn new things, that's essential.
So we've got the prep, we've got the mindset.
Okay.
But what about those in-the-moment jitters?
Yeah.
You know, when you're actually in the interview hot seat.
Yeah, like how do we handle that?
Yeah, those nerves.
The nerves.
What does the article say about that?
Well, the article has some really great tips for that, too.
Okay.
It talks about the power of deep breathing techniques,
Like what?
like the 4-7-8 method.
Oh, yeah, that one's a lifesaver.
I love that.
It's so simple, right?
So simple.
Inhale for 4 seconds.
Hold for 7.
Exhale for 8.
You can do it anywhere.
And it really helps calm those nerves.
It's amazing how such a simple technique
I know, right?
can have such a powerful effect.
It really does.
The article also talks about positive self-talk.
You mean like giving yourself a pep talk?
Exactly.
Okay.
Instead of focusing on all the things that could go wrong,
Yeah.
you consciously choose to focus on your strengths
Okay.
and the things you've done to prepare.
Right.
And then there's visualization,
Oh, visualization.
which might sound a bit woo-woo,
A little bit, yeah.
but it actually works.
It does.
Yeah, it's like mentally rehearsing the interview,
Uh-huh.
seeing yourself succeed, and feeling that sense of accomplishment.
Interesting.
It can really help boost your confidence, and reduce anxiety.
I've actually used visualization before big presentations,
Oh, really?
and it really does help.
I can imagine.
It's like tricking your brain into believing you've already been there, done that,
Like you've already succeeded.
so you're less intimidated by the actual event.
I love that.
Yeah.
And speaking of tools,
Okay.
the article also highlights how technology has become a game changer for interview prep.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
You have AlgoCademy's interactive environment
Yeah.
where you can practice coding problems,
Uh-huh.
get instant feedback, and track your progress.
Right.
There are AI-powered tools
Oh, wow.
that analyze your code
Really?
and give you personalized suggestions for improvement.
That's amazing.
It is, it is.
And don't forget about all the amazing video tutorials and online courses.
Oh, yeah, those are fantastic.
It's like having a whole team of coding coaches available at your fingertips.
I know, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible how accessible these resources have become.
It really is.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
While tech is an amazing ally,
Mm-hmm.
the article makes a really important point.
What's that?
Communication is key.
Okay.
Having strong technical skills is obviously essential.
Yeah, you got to know your stuff.
You got to know the fundamentals.
Yeah.
But being able to articulate your thought process
Right.
clearly and effectively,
Clearly and effectively. Yeah.
that is pure gold.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So it's not enough to just know the answer.
It's not just about having the right answer.
You need to be able to explain
You need to be able to explain
how you got there, what your reasoning was.
why you chose a particular approach.
Yeah.
It shows the interviewer that you truly understand the concepts.
Not just that you memorized a bunch of solutions.
Right.
You're actually thinking about it.
You're thinking critically.
Yeah.
And that's where practicing thinking aloud comes in.
Okay, interesting.
The article talks about how important it is to break down complex problems
Right.
into smaller, manageable steps,
Okay.
and then verbally walk through your solution,
Fair.
explaining each step as you go.
So, like, let's say you're in an interview
Mm-hmm.
and you get hit with a question about, I don't know,
Uh-huh.
reversing a linked list.
Oh, classic.
How would you use that thinking aloud technique to tackle it?
Well, first, I'd make sure I understand the problem clearly.
Okay, so really understand it.
Yeah, ask clarifying questions if needed
Got it.
to ensure I'm on the right track.
Makes sense?
Then I'd start thinking about different approaches.
Okay, different ways to solve it.
Yeah, maybe I'll consider using an iterative method
Okay.
where I traverse the list and swap the pointers.
Right.
Or perhaps a recursive solution might be more efficient.
Okay, so weigh your options.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
take it through.
I'd talk through the pros and cons of each approach,
Okay.
weighing factors like time and space complexity.
Mhm.
And as I'm coding,
Yeah.
I'd explain each line, what it does, and why I'm writing it.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It's like you're inviting the interviewer into your thought process,
Oh, okay.
showing them how your brain works.
Yeah.
And that can be really impressive.
It's like you're showing them how you think,
Right.
not just what you know,
Exactly.
but how you approach a problem.
It's about showcasing your problem-solving skills.
Of course, and Billy, is what those coding interviews are all about, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about prep, mindset, in-the-moment techniques,
Mm-hmm.
but what about those curveball questions?
Yeah.
You know, the ones that kind of throw you off balance and make you question everything
Oh, yeah.
you thought you knew.
Those are tough.
Yeah,
Ah, yes, the dreaded curveballs.
or dreaded curveballs.
The article doesn't shy away from those.
Okay.
It acknowledges that you're likely to encounter problems that you've never seen before,
Mhm.
situations where you're under intense time pressure.
Right. And maybe even some unexpected criticism.
Oh, yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, and I think that's where a lot of people get tripped up, right?
Yeah, they panic.
Start to panic.
And their confidence crumbles.
Yeah, you feel like you're falling apart.
It's tough.
That's tough.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
Those curveballs are actually opportunities to shine.
Oh, interesting.
They're a chance to showcase your ability to think on your feet,
Okay.
stay calm under pressure,
Right.
and most importantly, demonstrate that you can learn from anything thrown your way.
Oh, so it's not about having all the answers.
It's not about having all the answers.
It's about showing.
It's about showing
You can adapt
findability.
your resilience
Yeah.
and your willingness to embrace the unknown.
Absolutely. That's a big one.
Yeah.
And speaking of learning,
Okay.
the article ends with a really powerful message.
What's that?
The learning never stops.
Even after the interview?
Even after the interview,
So?
self-evaluation,
Yeah.
seeking feedback,
Yeah.
even if it's tough to hear,
Right.
and continuous learning
Yeah.
on platforms like AlgoCademy
Yeah.
those are essential for growth.
It's so true.
It is.
Every interview, regardless of the outcome, it's a learning experience.
It is a chance to hone your skills, refine your approach, and build that unshakable coder confidence.
Absolutely. And you know what?
Yeah.
Something else kind of struck me while reading this article.
Okay.
The importance of community.
Oh, yeah.
It mentions online coding communities and forums where you can connect with other coders,
Absolutely.
discuss problems, share solutions, and basically just get support.
Yeah, support from people who are going through the same thing.
It's like having a virtual study group, right?
Exactly.
A place where you can bounce ideas off of each other.
Troubleshoot problems.
Yeah, celebrate victories together.
Celebrate those wins, yeah.
Exactly.
And it ties back to that growth mindset we talked about earlier.
Oh, right.
It's not just about individual brilliance. It's about recognizing that we all learn and grow from each other.
Yeah, we're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
And having a support system in place can really amplify that growth.
It can make a world of difference.
Yeah.
It can. And let's not forget about the power of mentorship.
Oh, yeah.
Finding someone.
Finding a mentor
Yeah.
who's been in your shoes, who's aced those tough interviews, can be so valuable.
I can.
You know, they can offer guidance
Encouragement.
and a different perspective.
Yeah, that you might not have considered.
Yeah, it's like having a personal cheerleader in your corner.
I love that analogy.
Someone who believes in you,
Mm-hmm.
helps you see your potential,
Absolutely.
right? And the article also emphasizes the importance of post-interview reflection.
Oh, that's so key.
It's not just about celebrating victories or dwelling on setbacks.
Right.
It's about
It's about taking the time to analyze what went well, what could be improved.
and how to apply those lessons to future interviews.
So it's like turning those experiences, both good and bad,
Yeah,
into valuable insights
exactly.
that help you grow as a coder.
That help you grow, yeah. And this raises an important question.
Okay, what's that?
How do we turn those reflections into actionable steps?
Oh, good question.
The article suggests seeking feedback from interviewers,
Even if,
it's tough to hear.
especially if you're not sure how it went.
It can be tough,
Yeah.
but it's incredibly valuable.
Yeah, I can see.
Even if you don't get the job,
Right.
that feedback can provide insights that you might not have noticed on your own.
Oh, interesting.
It can help you identify areas where you can improve,
Okay.
whether it's technical skills, communication, or problem-solving approach.
It's like having a personal code review, but for your interview skills.
Exactly. Precisely.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
I think the biggest takeaway for me,
Is that preparing for coding interviews is about so much more than just memorizing algorithms.
it's about the whole package
It's about building a solid foundation,
of technical skills
developing a growth mindset, honing your communication skills.
and creating a support system that helps you along the way.
It's about recognizing that every interview
Regardless of the outcome.
is a valuable experience that helps you become a better coder.
Absolutely.
So go into those interviews with confidence,
You got this.
knowing that you've got this.
You got this.
It's funny, sometimes we get so focused on the technical stuff,
Yeah.
the algorithms, the data structures,
Right.
that we forget about the human element.
Yeah, the human side of things.
But building those connections,
Mm-hmm.
finding those mentors and communities, like,
It can make all the difference.
you really can.
Not just in landing the job,
Right.
but in your overall coding journey.
What's fascinating about that
Yeah.
is it really ties back to that whole growth mindset thing we were talking about.
It does.
It's not just about individual brilliance, right?
Right.
It's about recognizing that we all learn and grow from each other.
We all help each other.
And having that support system in place can really amplify that growth.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's say you've aced the technical part of the interview.
Mm-hmm.
You've communicated your thought process clearly.
Okay.
You've even handled those curveball questions like a champ.
Yeah.
But then comes the post-interview waiting game.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh, it can be so nerve-wracking.
It is. It's the worst part.
It is. It's the worst part. It's like
Yeah.
you're just analyzing every little detail of the interview,
Did I say the right thing?
wondering what they thought.
What did they think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the article suggests this really valuable approach,
What's that?
post-interview reflection.
Oh, okay.
You know, like taking some time to debrief,
Yeah, yeah, to sort of process everything.
analyze what went well, what could be improved.
Exactly.
So it's not about like dwelling on mistakes or second-guessing yourself.
Right.
It's about turning that experience into a learning opportunity.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, turning it into something positive.
They even suggest, like,
Yeah.
going back and revisiting those problems you were asked
That interesting.
and seeing if you can come up with even better solutions now that the pressure's off.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. And what about seeking feedback from the interviewers?
Ooh.
I know that can be a little intimidating.
It can be, especially if you're not sure how it went.
Yeah. But it's so valuable.
It is.
Even if you don't get the job,
Mm-hmm.
that feedback can give you insights
That you wouldn't have otherwise.
that you might not have noticed on your own.
Yeah.
It can help you identify areas where you can improve,
Okay.
whether it's technical skills, communication, problem-solving approach.
That's great.
It's like having a personal code review,
Uh-huh.
but for your interview skills.
Exactly. I like that.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I think the biggest takeaway for me is that preparing for coding interviews, it's about so much more than just memorizing algorithms.
It really is. It's about the big picture.
It's about building that solid foundation of technical skills, developing a growth mindset,
Honing your communication skills.
and creating that support system that helps you along the way.
Right, because you're not alone in this journey.
You're not alone.
There are people out there to help you.
Exactly. So remember all those things we talked about today.
Yeah.
All that great advice from the article,
Mm-hmm.
from concrete prep tactics to like mindset shifts and handling those tough scenarios.
Remember, every interview, regardless of the outcome, is a valuable experience.
It really is.
It refines your skills, builds resilience, and ultimately makes you a better coder.
So go into it with confidence,
That's right.
knowing you've got this.
You got this.